My name is Delta Lou, and today we're going to be discussing Skip James's Illinois Blues. And this is a particular piece that is played in the very typical D minor tuning, so much associated with Skip James's repertoire. So, to begin, as always, I like to recommend, especially playing Skip James's music, I too recommend that you use plastic finger picks. Utilizing the right hand finger picking motion, the Travis style picking motion, is very useful in this particular arrangement. Any guitar will do for the matter of this purpose in learning the song. A slide is not necessary with Skip James's music, which is kind of nice. Now, Illinois Blues is a very enigmatic kind of piece, very unique in its own right, utilizing very lush chord shapes with finger picking, very ragtime inspired finger picking motions. But it is a melody that is so true and so consistent with the D minor tuning, so associated with Skip James's music. Now, this particular piece draws upon the very typical chord shapings that are utilized in his other songs like Devil Got My Woman Blues and Cypress Grove Blues and etc. You'll have a lot of licks and chords being recycled, repeated, and that show up in Illinois Blues. And before we begin, this is a song that is played in the D minor tuning, and what we're going to do is tune up our guitars to each other. So right off the bat, I'm going to play my top string, which is a D. So please, if you're ready, please strum your top string to match the tone of what I'm playing here. This is my top string, this is a D. This is my fifth string, which is an A. This is my fourth string, it is a D. This is my third string, it is a F. This is my second string, which would be an A. And this is my bottom string, which is going to be a D. And that's what it's going to sound like. That is the D minor tuning shape. And before we continue on in the lesson, I would like to talk about the right hand positioning. I like to position my hand as such, meaning you do like a shadow puppet, tilt it like this. Put your right arm diagonal like this. Your thumb is going to be, the outer lining of the thumb, the palm, is going to be rested over the 6th and 5th strings. It's going to be resting over the 6 strings to strike. Your right thumb is going to be responsible for picking out the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings in the alternative bass picking fashion. This is a good accompaniment, and it keeps you in line with the rhythm. And your index finger is always going to be the one strumming up and down, picking out the individual strings in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings. So, like for example, in Illinois Blues, we'll play a chording from there. You see what the thumb is doing while the index finger is picking out the chordings. And this is what should be consistent throughout your playing, is this pinching together in this finger picking fashion. Pinching together. It's imperative that you do get that down. And I know I've discussed that right hand picking motion over and over throughout much of the lessons of my catalogs, but that is the best way probably to engage the music. So with Illinois Blues, the audio recording is not in the best shape. It is drowned out by surface air, but what we can gather from it are the licks and the chordings that are so prevalent in his other pieces of music, so that you can make out in general what he's using. He's utilizing the same kind of blues scales in here and these very bluesy chordings, and from that we can gather and theorize what he's doing in Illinois Blues. I've seen various teachings of Illinois Blues theory and methodology, and I have not really been impressed with what's out there according to what we hear on the original recording. So my approach is going to try to stick to the original recording as close as possible, but sometimes with that surface air we cannot get it pinpoint to exactly what we hear on the LP. But for the most part, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the introduction, and this is a pretty cool, unique introduction. It's very relaxed, and it doesn't need to be played with a very strict like motion. But if you do have your tablature available, I've laid it out. It's just going to be like a standard lick based on single notes on single strings. No chordings here available, and basically what it's going to sound like is this. We'll have your right hand position, and with your index finger you're going to be playing something like this. Let me try that again. And that could be played with the thumb or the index finger. I know that I stated earlier, use the index finger to play it, which you can, it's better practice, but what we're going to do is we'll just follow along here at the beginning of that. So what we're going to do is the first 7 notes are going to appear like this. You're going to locate, with your middle finger, you're going to locate the 5th fret, 2nd string. And you're going to play this kind of chromatic lick here, and it's going to be based 3 notes here. It's going to be on the 5th fret, 2nd string. Then with your index finger you play on the 4th fret, 2nd string. And then the 3rd note's going to be back with the middle finger on the 5th fret, 2nd string. It'll be like this. Then the next 2 notes is going to be on the 3rd fret, bottom string, then open. So the first 5 notes will be like this. And what you can do is just supplement that. You could either play with the thumb or the index finger, with the thumb string playing simultaneously the top bass string. That's an option. So that first 5 notes will go like this. And then the next 2 notes are going to be on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, then open. So the first 5 notes will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple. And those are the first 7 notes in that sequence. Very simple. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But after that, after that 7th note, I'll play it from this point. The next thing that he does is he does this very typical Skip James
lick based on the 2nd and 4th fret. And he plays that in throughout much of his repertoire, but where it will come into place will be right here. And we'll go over that here shortly. So with these 7 notes in place, after that 7 notes, he's going to locate the 4th fret, 3rd string, and he's going to play that once and just slide over to the 2nd fret just by striking that 3rd string once. Very typical Skip James lick there. So he's playing it like... So from the beginning it's... plays that pull off. It's available to you on the tablature, and after that he locates the 4th string, 3rd fret, third fret, 4th string, then open string on the 4th string. And then you're going to play the 5th string, 3rd fret, and then open on the 4th string, and resolve with the top string open. And all together it'll pan out like this. So for the beginning, that introduction will be like this. Very simple. You want to kind of stay on this, on the 3rd fret, 4th string, but with those next notes in succession you want to gradually pick up the speed on that. And then after he plays this open string that resolves in the open, he just plays this this very typical introductory Skip James chord. And we're going to go over that here to cap off the introduction. So what he's doing is, after this lick, after he resolves on that top string, he's going to play a double stop on the 5th string and the 2nd string open, like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to finger the your index finger is going to be on the 2nd fret, 2nd string. Your middle finger is going to be on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and you're going to play that chording. And but what you're going to do is you're going to position your right hand. The thumb is going to strike the 5th string, and your index finger is going to play, is going to flick upward those chords. So you play that double stop open, and you chord that 2nd and 3rd fret shape, which I just showed you, and then you slide it over to the 3rd and 4th fret, maintaining the same fingering. And then you just strum it about 6 or 7 times.
just this very basic 1, 2, downstroke, upstroke. So altogether it features like this. Fairly simple introduction. Again, it's also laid out for you the tablature. And it's a very relaxed introduction before he starts getting into the verse. So eventually when you're playing in this, he's going to jump into the verse, he's going to resolve on the top string open. Verse here shortly. So we've kicked off the introduction of this song, which is very simple, and it's taking basically a lot of the elements that are based in his other songs. Once again, this appearance of this introductionary chord makes kind of a difference. But in the verse, he's doing something that's very unique. This is a break from most of his repertoire, is that he's going to be playing like really what would be like a 1 chord, like a full octave chord, which sounds like this. So the verse will come off like this. You go to Bangor, tell all my boys. Go to Bangor, tell all my boys. My baby. And we're going to go over that here shortly. So basically this is the most important portion of the song. And what you're going to do is locate the 4th and 5th fret. Now when you would normally play like a D chord shape in regular E standard tuning, is basically going to be featured now here on the 4th and 5th fret. Your index finger is going to be holding the 3rd string on the 4th fret, your middle finger is going to be playing the bottom string on the 4th fret, and your ring finger is going to be playing the 2nd string on the 5th fret. So you could just play that. It's a nice full 1 chord, very octave-like. And basically he's going to be maintaining the fingering of this chord as all the magic's going to be being done on the right hand. And what you can do is alternate, you can take the middle finger off the bottom string, because really by playing the 2nd string, holding it down with your ring finger, you're just playing an octave, the same note. So whatever you feel comfortable with. It doesn't matter, you're playing the same note, you're capturing it, because either way you're holding down the 2nd string on the 5th fret. So when he goes to the portion that goes, you go to Banglin, it will be like this. It's going to be like a very typical finger picking pattern. So it'll be like, you go to Banglin, tell all my boys, go to, and you could be very liberal and relaxed about how you approach this chording. It's open for interpretation.
and it's a very smooth and gradual chord. But what I like to do, I guess, is you always start off with the top string, and then you would follow that up with playing the full chord with the index finger, and then with the index finger you would pick out the individual strings after that. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's how I got it laid out in the tablature. So it would be 1, 2, then the second string, maintaining the same fingering, you play the second string, and you're just playing like this arpeggio, individual strings at the same time while chording this shape. 1, 2, second string, third string, second string, chord, chord, second string. So I'll do that one more time. 1, chord, second string, third string, second string, chord, chord, second string. Or instead of playing the second string, you would just play the bottom string open, meaning you would take off the middle finger and it'd be like this. Or either way, it's open for interpretation, but it's fairly simple. Top string, chord, second string, fourth string, second string, chord, chord, 5. Let's do that again. 1, and I'll go real slow. Or you just play, take off the middle finger and be like this. Either way is fine. You're just basically resolving on that octave. And again, it's free for your expression. And eventually you want to graduate with speed on that. But what's a nice thing about the lyrics being sung over this is that it doesn't have to be pinpoint on the syllable like you would have in Devil Got My Woman. So in this one you would just go like, you go to Bangman, tell all my boys, you go to Bangman, tell all my boys. So I'm just showing you an example of how the lyrics are draped over that chording. You go to Bangman, tell all my boys. Very easy and very simplified for